What is crypto? Golden Retriever was chilling under his favorite apple tree when he overheard a bunch of squirrels talking fast. Real fast. Bought invisible apples last week. Tripled my leaves. Retiring at 7. Dog blinked. Invisible apples. He followed the noise. Found a sketchy-looking fox in sunglasses behind the bush. Fox said, "You're late, but there's still time. 10 leaves gets you 1 crypto apple. Limited supply. Unlimited upside." Dog didn't understand any of that. But everyone was howling, so Dog howled too, then gave away 10 perfectly crunchy leaves for what looked like air. No apple. Not even a core. Just vibes. At home, Dog stared at his digital wallet. There was a number on the screen and a pixelated apple with sunglasses spinning in space. "Congratulations," it said. "You are now a crypto investor." Dog tilted head. Tried to sniff screen. Nothing. Apple had no smell, no crunch, no juice. Just a code and a promise. It didn't live in an orchard. It lived in the blockchain, which, according to a YouTube video, is like a giant invisible leash that tracks apples, not grown by Banktree, not controlled by government dog, just there, like magic. But nerd magic. Suddenly, Dog remembered something. His cousin Chihuahua once bought a coin with a picture of a frog riding a skateboard. It went up 800% in 2 days. Dog had laughed, then cried, because he missed it. Now Dog was in, not because he understood, but because everyone else seemed to be winning. Golden Retriever didn't want to be the only one still chasing real apples when the cool dogs were already flying to the moon. So he bought the invisible apple. Even made a TikTok. Buy the dip, fetch the coin. Got 12 likes. Felt rich already. The more Dog watched, the weirder it got. Every time a meme exploded, a coin followed. Some lab in a moon helmet barked on Twitter, and suddenly thousands of dogs were investing. Headlines read, "Shiba to Mars. Furcoin explodes. Digital doghouse doubles overnight." Dog didn't understand the logic, but the excitement was real. Everyone wanted to escape the kennel of being broke, even if it meant believing in digital fruit made of code and hype. Deep down, Dog didn't think it was dumb. Dog thought it was desperate. Because when your rent eats 80% of your paycheck and your fridge only has mustard and regret, even chasing an invisible apple feels like a plan. Not a good one, but better than just sitting there, barking at bills. It wasn't greed. It was hope. If freedom was digital now, then Dog would learn to click. Even if he still preferred sniffing, Dog sat in front of his screen, staring at numbers that blinked faster than squirrels on caffeine. His invisible apple was now worth 12 leaves, then 15, then 8, then 17, then 3. Dog barked. This wasn't normal apple behavior. Normal apples stayed in one place, got eaten. This apple was having a midlife crisis every 5 minutes. Dog Googled, "What is crypto?" The first result said, "Decentralized." Dog squinted. Tried again. New result, "Blockchain." Still no apples. Just lots of glowing cubes, graphs, and suspicious wolf influencers yelling about freedom and passive income. Dog tried to act like he understood, nodded at his reflection. He did not. Crypto apple, apparently, wasn't grown on Banktree. It wasn't tracked by government dog. No leash, no orchard. Just a wild apple made of code and belief, running loose in a forest of memes. Other buyers decided its value, like a farmer's market where nobody brings apples. Just vibes. Somewhere, a server room full of bored Shiba Inus keeps track of everything. That's called a blockchain. Dog doesn't fully get it, but he accepts it, like thunder or taxes. But even in this new forest, danger lurks. Dog joined a Discord called Furcoin to Freedom. It had memes, moon emojis, and someone named Crypto Beagle 69 shouting, "This is the future." Dog put in his leaves. Watched the chart spike, then crash, then disappear. Furcoin gone. So were his leaves. Turns out, rug pull isn't a toy. It's What happens when creators vanish and take your apples? Dog filed a complaint. Discord laughed. There is no doggy SEC, just regret and a gif of a chihuahua crying on a yacht. Still, Dog held tight to his invisible apple, even when the price dropped to 1 leaf, then half a leaf, then a fraction of a leaf that required scientific notation. But Dog didn't sell, because selling would mean admitting defeat. Dog told himself, it's not a loss if Dog doesn't look, so he pulled a blanket labeled "To the Moon" over his head, pretended he was just waiting for the right moment. Dog logic. Meanwhile, Dog's roommate skipped rent to buy more crypto. This is the dip, the roommate said, living in a beanbag chair and manifesting wealth. Dog saw him swipe card for groceries that said, declined. Next day, roommate posted a selfie next to an NFT of a banana smoking a cigar. Caption, early retirement vibes. Dog wondered if reality was broken or just on sale. Then Dog tried the same move, sold his emergency snack fund, bought the dip. Next month, Dog lived in a cardboard box with Wi-Fi. Box decorated with the JPEGs of digital squirrels holding golden apples. Rent unpaid. Hope unchanged. Then something dumb happened. Really dumb. Dog's oldest, dumbest investment. Banana chain suddenly doubled. A joke coin he bought for fun now worth more than all. The serious ones combined. No reason, no update. Just a viral video of a parrot screaming, "Banana!" And suddenly the internet decided, value. Dog laughed. Of course. In a world where attention is currency and memes move markets, sometimes the joke becomes the jackpot. Dog realized maybe the invisible apple isn't about logic. Maybe it's about story. And who tells it loudest? One foggy morning, Golden Retriever returned to his backyard, armed with a shovel, a dream, and exactly zero understanding of how crypto wallets actually worked. He sniffed the ground where he remembered burying his hardware wallet. A fancy metal stick that looked like a USB and held his digital fortune. After half an hour of digging, he found it, muddy, scratched, victorious. Dog howled. Victory was near, retirement was close. All he needed was the password, which was... Wait, what was it? Dog tried his birthday. Wrong. His favorite bone. Wrong. The name of the squirrel he once chased for 3 hours. Wrong. Dog sat in silence. Tail stopped wagging. Wallet glowed faintly, like a memory of an apple he never ate. The future was in his paws, but blocked by a password he made at 2 a.m. while listening to lo-fi beats and drinking almond milk. He had become what he feared. The dog who barked at clouds, chased air, and locked himself out of his own invisible orchard. He sat under the apple tree, watching the moon rise like it owed him rent. It didn't. Nothing did. Crypto was still out there, somewhere in the cloud, multiplying or vanishing or just vibing. Dog realized it wasn't about the coin, or the leaves, or even the banana NFTs. It was about what the chase had revealed. Crypto was like chasing a squirrel with a jetpack. You might catch it, but you'll crash through every bird feeder on the way. Maybe that's the point. Maybe understanding money means understanding how easy it is to confuse hope with value. Bark with wisdom. Dog wasn't mad. He just sat there, thinking. Maybe investing in something invisible wasn't dumb. Maybe doing it without knowing where your next apple's coming from is. Crypto is real. So is rent. So is hunger. If you can't eat the apple, don't bet the basket. If your fridge is empty, don't trade your snacks for dreams. Unless it's a really, really good dream. And even then, maybe keep one apple, just in case. Some economists call it digital disruption. Others call it financial evolution. Dogs call it something else. Trying to bark at something that doesn't have a scent. Maybe that's all you need to know. Not everything that shines is a snack. Not every apple is edible. But if it gets you to learn how money works, if it gets you to stop chasing and start thinking, maybe even invisible apples have value.